No other race of women wear weaves and lashes, but black women. Come to our church.
I looked into those black Amish girls, and they're not Amish. They're actually part of a Christian ministry called Church of God Restoration. It's basically a cult. Honestly, they believe that they have apostles and prophets, and they believe that those people can rewrite scripture, like write new scripture. They also believe that to change systematic racism, that one of their prophets needs to go back in time to fix that. And that the only people that can fix things like that are prophets, because prophets can go back in time. Okay. So yeah, at this point, anything that they say about black women and their hair, I feel like they have a lot more problems that they need to deal with. Like getting out of the cult. Like call your dad.
Hey y'all, so I bet y'all wondering like, who are they talking about? Well, I'm about to get to that. So I need y'all to stick it through with me because this video is about to be long. But we are going to learn some things today. We are about to talk about colorism. I know, boring. But baby, I'm telling you, this is not going to be boring. I'm giving y'all all the tea and letting y'all watch the drama unfold. We're going to talk about texturism and hairism and the reason why we are still dealing with it as black women. So let me roll the tape on these black women that they're talking about. But before we do, let me just tell my community who has subscribed, me and you are never part. All right, now we can roll the tape.
I just wish the black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful, like eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are. And that's not black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
Yeah. I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of. I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown like this is beautiful.
They've just been
so
shown
they can't get
their mind off of it.
They
just want to fit in.
That's true.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing, right?
Because even like we've never grown up with wigs. We've never grown up with fake eyelashes. And in our minds, we know natural. You know, we know
we've
it's
always
beautiful.
been natural, right?
We know we know it's the way to go. But we're still affected by it. We're still like.
And imagine if we hadn't grown up this way, how affected we'd be by it. Like if it was our moms doing it, or our sisters, or our best friend at school, like that would be. How do you even fight that alone? I think black women are so powerful.
Oh yes.
If we could like come together. Move as a group.
All right, so now that y'all know who these other two women we're talking about, I want to actually introduce you to the women because these older women were dragging them. Oh, but they not the only ones. We gonna get to the other ones too. I wrote down their names and I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about them from what I found. And baby, we're going to take a deep dive. So come on, go down this rabbit hole with me. If you bored today, I'm about to occupy your time and give you all the tea and dramatics. So let's go. So first of all, Peyton and Sophia are cousins and they started this podcast called Gotta Be Me. You can look them up on YouTube. They also have an Instagram page and they are on TikTok. All right. So let's start with Peyton. That's Peyton. Peyton's father is black. I don't know if her mother's white or not. The people who were dragging them said her mother is white, but I didn't find anything on their YouTube with her white mother, so I can't say that. All right, then we're going to go to her cousin, Sophia. Sophia's grandmother is Jewish, so I am under the impression that her mother is also Jewish, okay? And Sophia and Peyton's dads are black, and they're brothers. So now we have the other three ladies. One of the ladies, her name is Camille. She's the sister of Sophia, and she's also in college. The other young lady that they really drug the hell out of, her name is Alyssa, and Alyssa is a beautiful 15-year-old. Could you imagine somebody dragging your 15-year-old because of her skin color and her hair texture? Something that is completely out of her control. Could you imagine that? And how many grown black women actually got their butts on the internet to do that and make videos about it? Oh, okay, but let me finish my introduction. And then we have JL. JL is 17. She's almost about to come out of high school. She'll soon be 18. They had no control over their hair texture or their skin color. But you know what? For some odd reason, that was brought up. They actually don't even have control over their denomination in church and what their beliefs are because they're going off what they were taught, right? I understand they were raised as natural, so their view is different, and that's okay. But I don't think they needed to be dragged for it. All right, but we're going to try to keep it cute because that's what we do over here at Courgette and Hair. So let's keep going.
Yes.
I can't.
Imagine all the naturalness
Yes.
Like the froze and then the different hairstyles and the braids and the twists and the curl.
shea butter. Yes.
The shining skin.
Because actually, I think wearing a wig and doing all that stuff is upholding a racist system.
Some of that is racism, but some of it is also just like no one's ever satisfied with who they are. Like you got white people with dreads, you got white people with braids and twists. Like that's not their culture.
Right.
And tons of white ladies are having so many extensions now too.
I never knew how big of a thing it was, but yeah, everybody be putting hair.
Baby, I had to sit down for this one because we got a ways to go. Okay, so let me just hear y'all thoughts in the comments. Y'all are going to hear mine throughout the video, of course, but I want to know what you think. Do you think that these young ladies were attacking black women? Or do you believe that they were trying to just express themselves as black women, as women a part of the culture, and they are just going off of what their beliefs are and what they see in their environment? Now, I want to throw this out here to give you something to think about before we continue hearing the other people who did not like what these women said. One, everybody is a product of their environment. I remember when I met my ex-husband, and he told me he lived in Africa for 3 years, and his family would tell me that when he came back, he had the dialect, the mannerisms and everything of people in Africa. I don't remember what part, so like don't start asking me. Africa is a big continent. I don't remember. That's not the point. Follow me here, okay? Just follow me. My point is that they are in a certain environment, so their thought process according to other people's thought process is going to be very different. And I understand that as a woman of a particular age with grown adult children. But I also understand where they're coming from when they say that we see what we see out here, and a lot of times we want to be that and do that. They complimented us as black women because they are black women. But they also said that everybody is wearing extensions. But see, we wasn't concerned about that as black women. You know, we took what we wanted to out of the conversation so that we could have this fake outrage. And I am about sick and tired of it, which is why I have chosen to do this video. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. It doesn't matter if it differs from mine. I don't really care about that, but I want to have a conversation. And as always, remember to keep it cute.
So today's video, we want to talk about black women and black girl magic and all that. I need you guys to see this clip because this clip has gotten people talking. So it's a video clip of mixed biracial girls, or will I say multiracial girls, and a podcast talking about how black women are not comfortable with who they are, what they are, and they want to wear wigs, makeup. They're usually talking about the appearance of black women and why we wear wigs, how we don't need wigs, how we don't need fake hair, how we don't need fake lashes, how we don't need makeup, how our black girl magic is our natural hair, and how black women should embrace their natural hair. Mind you, these are, I won't call them biracial, they are actually multiracial girls talking and speaking on black women's look.
Now y'all have had the pleasure of meeting Destiny Ute. I hope I pronounced her name right. She's from Lagos, Nigeria, and I don't agree with none she's talking about. I'm just trying to figure out, when was it not okay for other black women to say anything about black women? Or is it only okay when you're being uplifted? Is that what we're doing? So black women who may have a white dad or a white mom or other race of mom, and both their parents not black, they can't speak on their blackness? Is that what we're doing? Is that just let me know. Is that what we doing? Because I find that very stupid. Okay, calm down, girl. We keeping it cute. We keeping it cute. I'm going to introduce you to Destiny and Peyton's grandparents. I want you to hear their story. I thought it was wonderful. And I actually, felt a little bit something about their story because their parents come from Chicago. And if you don't know, baby, I'm from Chi-Town, okay? I'm from Chi-Town. That's where I'm from. Lisa Ray, the brat, Common, the rapper, Chance, the rapper. Who else we got? Derrick Rose, the basketball player, Michael Jordan, baby, Chi-Town all day long. And the grandfather came from the west side, which is my side. I don't think I grew up in the same area as him because he was somebody who was real drug infested, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. But I want to introduce you to the grandparents so that you can see the type of people who are around these young ladies and the type of mindset that those people have.
Well, growing up in Chicago and growing up in a gang-infested area, one of the things I told my wife is I do not want to move back to Chicago and take my sons back there. I don't want them to have to experience gang life or be if you will, recruited to get in gangs.
Remember earlier in the video where I said we are a product of our environment? Okay, so this is where the connection is at. So the grandfather is speaking about his 3 sons. Now keep in mind, only 2 of the sons are fathers of the girls who run the podcast, all right? And he's saying that he didn't want to raise his children on the West Side because he did not want his children to wind up in gangs or being drug dealers, right? That's a good father. And him and his wife made a decision to move to DeKalb, Illinois, where their children went to school, played soccer, and also went to college. So now it's all making sense, because when you are a product of your environment, you wind up dating who's around you. I'm just trying to see where these girls don't have enough blackness in them. So let's just hear a little bit more.
So how long have y'all been married?
50 years.
That deserves a round of applause for everyone everywhere.
That is grand.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
You spent more than double your lives together than apart. What would you tell, I've been wanting to ask y'all this question now. What would you tell our viewers, like, what's your secret? How did you manage it? How, like, 50 years? That's like 3 of my lifetimes, oh no, like 2 of my lifetimes. No? How'd you do it? You know, like, what would you say is your secret?
First of all, there was a lot of hard times, and there was a lot of struggles. Because we got married young.
How old were you when you got married?
19.
That's really young.
And technically we weren't ready to be married, especially me. I really wasn't ready to be married. But I've always been a person that wants to complete what they've done. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want to give up. Mm-hmm. There were times that I felt like giving up. But then I realized something hit me and said, you know, I can't live without her. I have to have her in my life. Even if I still cause her pain and headache and have these struggles, I still need to have her around me some way, somehow.
50 years, like 50 years. What a role model to show these young ladies that this grandfather stuck it through with his wife for 50 years. And they got married at 19. 19. From 2 different sides of town. And don't tell me well, old people stuck together back in the day. This ain't back that far in the day, okay? Like, my daddy older than him, and he didn't stick it out with his wife, okay? My mama wasn't his wife. That's a whole nother story. My point is, that's our wonderful role model. Now, if you want to check out the video, go to their YouTube page, Gotta Be Me, and look it up when they sit down and have a conversation with their grandparents. And don't forget your Kleenex, baby, because I was crying and laughing and crying and laughing, okay? So I'm just still trying to understand, how do these women come from Black people, Black dads and grandparents, and we up here talking about they not Black enough? What? Because they skin color, their hair texture. Did y'all not notice that Peyton's hair texture is a lot coilier than Sophia's? They both have beautiful hair textures though, but they not Black enough. Okay, but let's hear what the other people had to say about their skin color, their hair texture, and whatever else they want to pick on them about, because they weren't happy about them promoting Black women wearing natural hair and being natural.
I'm not listening to 5 girls tell me how to be a Black girl when they mama or they daddy or one of their parents had to lay down with the colonizer to give them the look that they look to tell me how to look.
If you want to speak on Black women's hair and beauty standards, first I'm going to need you to decolonize your mind, especially if you're a biracial woman who has benefited from this system her entire life. Okay? Thank you.
Why are y'all talking about women in civilization anyway? Like, y'all ain't even go here. Let alone Black women living as biracial Amish women being raised by white women outside of the regular world. How the hell you gonna talk about us?
Didn't I tell y'all to leave Black women alone? Let them do whatever the want, especially if what's going on right now. Leave us the alone. Y'all are mixed girls. Why the y'all worried about what Black girls are doing? Y'all been wearing y'all hair natural since y'all were born and blah blah blah. Y'all natural 3C hair is what's more acceptable than 4C hair. So of course, you could probably wear that natural. That's what the people want to see.
Hey, you, if you made it this far, thank you. Now, what I want you to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment so we can start a dialogue and talk about texturism and colorism as well as hairism, because I think it's super important. Now, if you don't know what those things mean, you're probably going to have to go back in my YouTube channel because I do talk about it. But if you can't find it, always go to Google. It'll help you to understand the conversation, and then you can also come back and join it later. Not a problem. But let me check these heifers. Let me check these heifers real quick, because I don't think they know what they're talking about. How do you assume that somebody, mama or daddy, laid down with somebody of another race because they light skinned? First of all, don't black people come in all skin shades? Do we not come with all different types of textures of hair? And we even come with different eye color, and it does not mean that our mama or daddy laid down with another race. It just happens like that because we dope. So if y'all can't see that we got that for real black magic, something wrong. How do you say something like that to a person? Next, decolonize their mind. So they need to change their mind about saying that black women should want to be natural. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong on both sides. Black women can wear wigs. They can wear lashes. They can wear makeup. I think it's a beautiful thing. Do I think we overwear stuff? Yes, absolutely. We overuse the makeup. We over the eyelashes, baby, looking like bat wings. Okay. And the wig wearing has become I don't even know what to call it. Like, we do overdo it. And there are black women who are not okay with their skin color. There are black women who are not okay with their natural looks. They're just black women who are not okay, but it's not all of us. Some of us just like wearing wigs and the lashes and things as an accessory. And then some of y'all never take that shit off. And I can understand where these girls are coming from, because some of y'all go all the way out with it. Again, with your bat wing eyelashes. And I don't care nothing about if you're offended, because you know doggone well they don't look right. I'm sorry. Can't even see. Okay, and then we get to Little Light Bright, right? Little Light Bright, come on now. We don't know even if your mama, great grandma, or somebody was white as light as you are, and then you got it all wrong talking about Amish. These girls aren't even Amish. See, this is what happens when people just be wanting to jump on the bandwagon and bully folks just because they think it's fun or just because it's trending. Come on now, y'all need to learn to keep it cute. For real? And then here come the last one with this beanie on her head. Baby, how you gonna tell black women that they can't talk about other black women? You do not own the conversation because you don't like it, because they're pointing out something that you don't agree with. You don't own that conversation. They are still black women, and we as black women have the freedom to speak on things about other black women. Y'all so petty and so fake outrage. You don't want black men in our business. You don't want black women in our business too? What? I'm done. Stop it right now. At the end of the day, I don't see much of anything that was a problem except for the people who disagree with these women based off the fact of their looks. Looks they have no control over. And then y'all try to come for religion. Baby, let me tell you something. A lot of y'all need to be trying to get closer to God. I don't know what type of religion, what their beliefs are and all of that. And the young lady at the beginning come talking some stuff and somebody else come talking some stuff. None of you all know. Because 1 minute they Amish, 1 minute they this, 1 minute they that. I wear hair wraps and somebody might think I'm Muslim. And I ain't never been in nothing Muslim that got to do with Muslims. Ain't nothing against them, but I've never been anything that got to do with them. Stop judging people off the way they look because they don't look like you. Because there are a lot of things that they can say. Oh, wait a minute. They did say something about us. They said we wear them wigs and them lashes and y'all offended. But y'all think that it is okay to say they're Amish, critique, discredit, belittle their religion, their beliefs. Y'all think that that's okay. Not one time that these people come for your God. Not one time that they come for your family. Nothing that really truly affects you. They simply said that black women are beautiful and they wish that we all were natural so that they could what? Smell that oil and them butters in that hair, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do I agree that all black women should walk around natural? No, I think that we all have a unique presence about ourselves, and we should be able to wear and do. Well, let me make sure. I don't think we should wear anything. Some of y'all be showing out and be a disgrace. But that's a conversation for another day, and it's not for this page. Okay, I'm just simply saying that we should be able to do us and look beautiful doing it, but also keep it cute. So let me know what you think in the comments about this whole conversation. And let's get that dialogue going. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have anything else that you want me to talk about, you can always hit me in a DM on Instagram and I'll look into it. And if I like it, we'll conversate about it. Again, much love to every black woman, because every one of you is beautiful.